Hey there. Alrighty. So I am here because I'm thinking about creating enlightenment coaching. And so I'd love to ideate with you. I'd love to just kind of throw my ideas out there and see if you, I don't know, what do you think? Like, do you think that this is something that you'd be into? So a little bit about me is that I understand who I am. Like, my life just started out wild. And when I hit 2020, everything just came crashing down. And I learned that I had to heal from the inside out. And the more I healed, the more I understand I was just releasing pieces of me that are not who I am. And the more I healed, the more aware I became, the more intentional I became, the more I started to understand my thoughts and my habits and my routines. I think about now, I'm literally creating the life of my dreams. I understand my divinity. I understand what enlightenment is. I understand how to coach people to that process, through that process. And it's pretty interesting to put myself out there. I understand that. And it's so funny because as I've gone through my journey, I have resonated with all of the ascended masters. And that sounds like spiritual egotism, but it's not. It's actually my lived experience. And it's my lived experience of healing all of my wounds that I'm conscious of, and understanding that life in this dimension, it's just dimensionality. Like, I have other selves that are out of this dimension who are still me, and I help them experience this dimension by seeking them, my higher selves, by alchemizing all of my pain into love, by continually ascending. And so how I'm doing that is I'm intentionally rewriting my neural pathways. I'm consciously ascending myself, and that's what enlightenment is, to where it's automatic. And so I offer that as coaching. But it's interesting. The word enlightenment is so triggering to people. And I was a pastor for years. And I had to kind of learn through these different narratives. And there's many of you guys who do the same thing. You're going through the same thing, but we're at different places in our journey. And so some people are actually in the narrative that things are breaking right now for them. And there's a lot of tectonic shifts in our lives and in this world, on this world. We're all on the same earth, but people are at different frequencies, different just experiences of the same stuff. So for one person, they might feel liberation. The person next to them feels despair. And what is that divide? And that's the coaching that I am able to offer to people. And it's emotional embodiment coaching. It's emotional intelligence, like lived, breathed, eaten, and just like embodied intelligence, emotions. Like, when they're in alignment, that's what happens. And so I teach whole brain synchronization, and I teach that when that happens, then we come into a place of heart brain coherence. And you guys that are in the spiritual community, or you'll know that we get to touch on some neuroscience over here, and we talk with ideas, flirting with Dr. Joe Dispenza. That's was my foray into that. And he's one of many of my teachers. And the Bible, we tap into the Bible because in the beginning there was God. And that was it. And then God said, let there be light. And he created duality. And our dimension, he created light and dark, good and bad, male and female, left brain, right brain. He created duality. The atoms are always splitting. Everything's always splitting as we descend onto earth, right? Whoop. My cat just shook out his collar. Anyway, we're descending. And so all of us are on our journey back home. So how do we bring the atoms back together? How do we bring everything, duality? How do we bring light and dark back together? Our experience of it has to be in alignment. And so when we start talking about our energetic alignment, we talk about our emotions, because emotions are simply energy in motion. So how do you keep something in alignment that's in motion? We as well. So that's astropsychology, and I'm very intuitive with that. I'm not yet. I'm going through the courses. But I want to infuse all of these things because at the moment that you were born, this is Quincy, you will see him. He's an orange tabby. The moment you were born, God took a snapshot and shot it onto this earth, into your body, a manifestation of the constellation at the time and the place of your birth and the date. And so we look at your energy because you are energy. Everything's energy. And when we can measure the speed of light, and when we can understand all of the many fractals, and when we can understand, like in a meta way, we understand ourselves. Tesla said, if you want to understand these secrets to the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And did you know that the word abracadabra means I create as I speak? Did you know that? Well, it does. And my voice is medicine. I'm a channel from the center of the universe. For those astro nerds out there, my Gemini is at 0 degrees of Aquarius, and it's been flirting with Pluto, as you well know. Ninth house. Hello, she's here. She's on the scene. So anyway, I'm here, and I'm just happy to talk about love. I'm happy to talk about life, and just show up and tell my story, and let people find themselves in that story, or create these sacred containers of coaching. And what that is where I'm able to actually bring my fullest divine self to ask certain questions to help illuminate any shadow side that you might be missing. And in reality, I won't see anything about you. What will happen is I will say the things that I see, and your soul knows what resonates. And you don't even have to share what illuminates in your mind, because what will happen is you will have catalyzing moments that you're on your own journey, but somewhere along the way, someone shows up and they help to illuminate something that you once may have missed. And that's all that teaching is. That's all that facilitating is. Facilitating is just embodying your message, and you facilitate a concept to people in a way that they breathe it in for themselves. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So these sacred containers it's an investment, because I'm giving you, and this is not a pitch, I'm giving you the resource to understand that you live forever, to understand that you are a divine being, to understand that the worries of this world are not who you are. Your fears are not who you are. I teach you the fallacy of fear and the science behind it. And you do the work, and it's not work at all. It's just conversations. And we'll talk about all of the experiences as they come. It's living the most conscious life imaginable, beyond what you can imagine. And that's what I offer in these packages. So I'm trying to decide, how do I want to go about giving this to you guys? So one thing is I could do a webinar where I teach the nerdy sciencey stuff free, thinking about it. And then from that, offer this package that I have, this coaching package. And in there, we'd really dig into the meat. But now that I think about it, and now that I'm ideating by myself, leave your thoughts in the comments. I'm wondering if maybe I'll keep that course, the intellectual, maybe keep that course as part of the package. Okay, I think I'm just talking myself into that. What I'm going to do is offer the class with 3 coaching sessions that will be catalyzing and wonderful. That's all it takes, is just the 3. That's all it takes. And then we'll do one follow-up, wrap up, just blast it open type of thing. I think I might do that. And then from there, that's going to be the individual coaching. And then the second, I just needed to say this out loud for you to witness it. Thank you for witnessing me. Type in the comments, I see you. And give me your thoughts. Be for real. Be for real. Anyway, have the coaching, the individual coaching. And then from there, okay. And from there, I think what I'll do is create group coaching. And we'll do this in mass, like together, like chunks of people. Okay. And I think from there, I just felt a throat chakra like cough up. Okay, she speaks, right? And then from there, what else do we want to do? It'll be amazing. We'll create it, it's amazing. Yeah. It'll come at the right time. All right, well, that's straight up 10 minutes or so. Thank you for that. Self-coaching. Maybe that's what that was. No, that was not self-coaching. That was just ideating. Anyway, the point is I'm going to get off of here because I am tired. And I love to do me a generous, so luscious yin yoga session, or just like laying in a position to a song and then moving my body and laying it into a different position to make sure I just fully like melt the day away. It's a big day today. Very big day. Incredible day. Anyway, I love you. I love you. And leave your thoughts. Please subscribe and like below. I love how people say that all the time. I've got 10 subscribers right now, like 10. I'm manifesting 10,000. What, dollars, people, subscribers? Yes, all of the above. Okay. Like, it's just so funny. Like, people, synchronicities and stuff like that. So if I keep pushing it, I will be able to stop this live right at 11, because synchronicity is real. Abracadabra.